Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for all signs for January 15th, 2019. I'm just going to ask before I get started that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates for whenever I upload anything new. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. And I just want to say thank you to all my new and returning subs. I love you guys and any new viewers out there. I hope you guys enjoy this message from spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and your spirit guides for the collective for January 15th, 2020. I don't know if I said 2019 earlier. 2020, January 15th, 2020. All right. Yeah, your overall energy here is the Six of Cups. In this deck, I see the Two of Cups, and this is all about love. This is a soulmate connection. This is a union. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Remember, soulmates can be pets. They can be children. They can be romantic partners. They can be best friends. You know, they can come in a lot of different ways, shapes, and forms. And this Two of Cups is a very equally balanced, loving, playful, generous energy, and I love that for you. It's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Four of Pentacles is showing up in the reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and Four of Pentacles in this deck, I always read it as building foundations and building strong foundations. But the Four of Pentacles in reverse takes me back to the Three of Pentacles, which is the need to really give something the works. Make sure that you go over plans, make sure you go over all the details, and maybe consult, an architect, or remember that you are the architect of your life, whether that's your job, it's your love life, it's your home, whatever relationships, but remember the role that you play, and you are the architect of them. The energy that you bring to it is also the energy that will be matched or should be matched. If it isn't, okay? We have the Six of Wands. This is all about victory. This is a lot of people trying to get a hold of you and congratulate you. This is like you just being completely happy, completely, successful in whatever it is you do. And this new direction that you've gone in. This Ace of Swords shows me that you guys have gone in a completely new direction. And the Princess of Wands, you've done it with vitality, charisma, creativity, some sort of really good news. But you guys, have a flair for life. You guys are looking good. You guys are feeling good. And that this is also a divinely ordained journey where things are happening with divine timing. All right, divine timing at work here. Now, let's go ahead and look at these energies that we have showing up for you in the reading. We have the Seven of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And the Seven of Cups can be a bit of confusion. It can also be like loads of blessings coming your way. Now, the Seven of Cups can be a little bit confusing because you have to decide what cup is best for you. And these cups are almost always elevated. So right now during this Capricorn season, it's really important that you are grounding yourselves. Okay, that you ground yourselves in order to make the decisions that are best for you. What I love about the Seven of Cups being in reverse is it really takes us back to the Six of Cups and about balance and following what makes you happy, what makes you joyful. It also speaks of a reunion or a union that's playful, that's loving, that's equal. Okay, so keep that in mind while you guys are trying to make decisions today. Now, the Hermit is my Virgo card. Some of you might be dealing with Virgos or have Virgo in your chart, but the Hermit card is all about, taking time out for yourself, using your inner guidance to try to figure out, where it is you need to go. Again, as we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, this sort of confusion and trying to make these decisions, going within this introspection, this reevaluation, that is the Hermit card. But with the Hermit in reverse, it's kind of like the need to, okay, you might have been too much in your head. It might be time to consult someone. It might also be that there might be a leader or a teacher that might come your way. So keep your eyes and ears open. Don't be so closed off to the rest of the world, okay? Or for some of you, if you haven't been going within, the message is the complete opposite. It's like now is the time. It's really important. Trust your instincts, okay? Trust your experience. Trust who you are, everything that you've been through in order to cut through this confusion. We have the Seven of Pentacles showing up. I love that because, again, we have 2 new moons here. We remember we do have a new moon in Aquarius coming up on January 24th, all right, which is going to be very, very interesting energy. But the Seven of Pentacles is all about that investment, introspection, reevaluation, understanding that some things take time. And again, for some of you, you might be calling in a soulmate or, you know, or a romantic relationship, and things might have been really confusing, and you might have had a lot of doubt, and you might have started doubting yourself and your abilities and losing a little bit of confidence. But Spirit is saying, remember, things take time. Beautiful relationships, whether they're with somebody from our past or if they're from a past life, you know, they're very rarely are they super spontaneous, and, you know, somebody pops the question the night you meet them and then it's a happily ever after. Remember that the time that it needs, you know, that every relationship, whether it be romantic, whether it be at work, whether it be friends, whether it be raising children, that it's an ongoing process, and this process contains death, rebirth, harvest, decay, you know, all of the natural cycles. All right, now coming out, we have the Five of Pentacles, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So we've got Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces showing up in this reading. All right, just for those of you interested in the signs. And the Five of Pentacles is all about sadness, is all about disappointment. Here I see somebody who's very devout. I see somebody who is, you know, somebody who is shrouded. So maybe they don't completely want to show all of their emotions, or they might be hiding. They might be under, like, shrouded in a little bit of sadness, a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of loss. Okay, and this Five of Pentacles coming out in reverse tells me that there's a need to sort of maybe pull back, okay, which we're seeing here in the Hermit card as well. The need for you guys to pull back and to do some healing work and to really go within. All right, just excuse me 1 second. I have to let one of my dogs out. Sorry guys, I've got a boxer, and she she needs to go out, and if not, she makes a lot of noise. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles could be somebody who's shrouded in a little bit of this sadness, this sorrow, this deception, feeling like they've lost something, but the need for that healing to take place, that need for one to maybe pull back, go within, okay, and take the time, you know, take the time to do so. All right, so very interesting energies coming out here. Let's go ahead and see what additional messages Spirit has for the collective, January 15th, 2019. All right, see the big picture, 29. 2 and 9 adds up to 11. Every day this week, the first card that I've pulled from this deck has added up to 11. 11 is something you guys might be seeing with more frequency. It's also an awakening code. And Spirit is asking you here to pull back. Okay, make sure that you guys get the big picture. There's something here that's confusing for you. Okay, it could be, you know, it could be a union, or it could also be, you know, the balance within yourself. But I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups, it's really important you see the big picture. You ground yourself so that you guys make the best choice possible in this situation. Remember, during Capricorn season, but always, when you guys are feeling super stressed, or you guys are feeling super confused, or whatever, you're feeling unbalanced, get out in nature. Go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a swim. You know, touch your pets, do whatever, but it's really important. Touch your pets, like pet your pets, or, you know, hold your cat or whatever, you know, but get close to nature, and this is going to really help you guys see that big picture. We have 37, that breaks down to a 10. Be generous of spirit. Yeah, very interesting. But the lion spirit is also Leo energy, but it's also all about being strong. It's all about coming out of this. All right, so again, be generous. I'm kind of getting that, you know, yesterday's message was like healing yourself and healing others. And also, you know, maybe with this Hermit in reverse, it's weird because I'm getting like these two opposing messages from this card, and they're coming in that way. You know, like for some of you, it's like you need a massive pullback. For others of you, it's like kind of you need to come out of this. All right, come out of this confusion, because I feel like being too much in your head isn't really helping you, and it's time for you to look around and see how your actions are affecting others, and see also where you might be able to help others. Because remember, this Six of Cups this Six of Cups energy is all about partnership, and it's all about an equal exchange, and it's about a union or a reunion that is, that's equal, and that's very, it's a great partnership. Whether, it's between like brother and sister, or to, husband and wife, or best friends, or something like that. But it's, but both of these cups are being fulfilled, and being filled up by, by one another. All right, and embrace the in-between. 26 adds up to 8. 8 is all about abundance and all about manifestation. And embracing the in-between, this is interesting because this is kind of like, excuse me, this is kind of like High Priestess energy. And, the Five of Pentacles was really bringing me back to that the Four of Pentacles. I read this as swords. I'm sorry, you guys. What an interesting sort of mistake I made there. Because the Five of Pentacles brings us back to the Four of Pentacles, which is being stable, holding on, maybe sometimes holding on a little bit too tightly to things. But what I was seeing here was the Five of Swords. So I'm going to actually just keep going with it. Okay, was the Four of Swords. And the flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. This is the High Priestess energy for me. And it's that liminal space. And, recently I was doing a meditation with being in that liminal space and that breath work. And that when we can find that, when we find that soft spot, which can be, those first couple of minutes before we fall asleep, where we're still kind of awake, that's when we're going to be getting those downloads and those light codes. For any of you guys that do breath work and meditation, that's also encountering and finding that liminal space. All right, and the Five of Pentacles, which I was reading, and I'm going to continue to read it like the Five of Swords, or the Four of Swords, in reverse, is that finding that meditation, finding that liminal space, finding that in-between in order to receive the downloads and the messages that you're meant to. And that's also going to really help you make decisions, because that's that soft spot. That's when you're closest to spirit and closest to getting the messages from your guides. And then also that's where you cut out that ego, and that's where you really see the things that you want and the things that you need. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. All right. Interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Additional messages from Spirit: Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, Violet Flame. Wow. Yeah, some of you guys are really, really going through ascension. All right, and some of you, and this has sort of been the message all week, some of you guys are ascending and ascending really, really quickly. Remember, for those of you that said pet your cat, it's so funny. It does not surprise me. This feline energy comes out, and it's in this in-between. And the mistake I made reading this as the Five of Swords in reverse, rather than and coming back to that Four of Swords, makes complete sense with this feline card coming out. The feline card is all about, taking that rest. I love cats. They are, but it was so funny. I read like a meme somewhere about cats. Why are cats so angry? Because they are like God's perfect killing machine, but they're 8 pounds, so like they can't do that much damage. And so I find that so funny. I always call I rescue cats, and I have, you guys are going to think I'm totally crazy, but I have about 17 cats here that we take care of, and that all have come from horrible circumstances. And, and we all, they're all fixed, and they all get their food, and they get milk, and they, whatever. They're all absolutely gorgeous souls. But, watching them is so funny, and they have this ability and this agility to do anything and everything that they want. But this card is talking about, and as I watch them, they're so lazy and they sleep all day, because mine don't need to hunt or anything like that. They just sort of lay around and drape themselves over, walls and on the seal, like on furniture and all over the, the patio and things like that. And these cats, and so the cats, but they nap all day long. And at nighttime, they're really, really active. And so I'm also getting with that liminal space, when things don't really, that moon card is that liminal space as well. But also the resting that I was seeing here with the Four of Swords, which isn't the Four of Swords, but that rest period before you guys have this huge jump in spirituality and So like this feline card is talking about that. It's all about, you guys rest up because you guys have a major ascension going on here. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I have somebody who, my boxer wanted to come back in, and she's going to scrape at the door the whole time until I let her in. So sorry about the interruptions in this reading, you guys, but it's too good for me to start and stop. So the violet flame energy, this is really interesting. So when I was receiving my master attunement in Reiki, I had this violet flame experience, right? And the violet flame is all about that ascension. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to actually read from the book for this one. All right, because it's really, really important, this message here, you guys. So I'm sorry this is such a weird, disjointed reading. Most of us experience a dark or difficult time at some point or another in our lives. And though it may feel like it will never end or never be better, the violet flame card is here to tell you that it will be. The only way to conquer the shadows in our life is to turn off all the lights and face the darkness head on. This is a process of purification. The violet flame shines its light, providing you the way and means to see your way out of the inner darkness. Once the shadows have been conquered, the experience you're having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to see clearly what is and what is not. So remember the Seven of Cups energy, and the Seven of Pentacles energy working in tandem. Remember, sevens are numbers of spirituality and of divinity, but this violet flame is going to really help you see what it is you need, right, to make these decisions, to see the big picture. And then also the cards working on the right-hand side of this reading are all about that liminal space. Being in that liminal space is also going to help you see the big picture, see what you need to see, learn what you need to learn, because it's going to give you those honest messages. Okay, the experiencing you're having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to see clearly what is and is not working in your life anymore. It can help you see how you have been allowing yourself to be in the world and how you have been holding yourself back. Being in the in-between. Again, there's that liminal space. That's that high priestess energy, you guys. All right? Being but not being. Seeing and not seeing. Okay, it's that liminal space, you guys. It can help bring you clarity to recognize the people who help serve your highest good and those who do not. In the center of the fractal image is the symbol of the bat. All right, let's take a look here. In animal medicine, the bat is a symbol of change. He holds the light of the violet flame for you as a means of guiding you through this process of change. When you do make your way back, you will find that neither you nor your life is exactly the same as before. Change is an inevitable part of the process. It is nearly complete, sweet soul. Just know that once you have made your way through, you will be stronger both within yourself and on your journey. You will have more clarity about your path and how you want to walk it. Okay, so again, really interesting. And then I also read this violet flame. I was reading it more like the violet breath, and this deep clarity and this ascension that's going on within you guys. All right. And, the card does speak to that. So let's go ahead and pull a final message for the collective, January 15th, 2019. Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. Yeah, so while you guys are doing this work, again, what was that message from that Seven of Cups? The message there is ground yourself. These cups are always floating. Come back to Earth. I love this because she's holding the World card. Again, get out in nature. When you guys are feeling confused, go for a walk, touch a tree, hug a tree, go barefoot, go for a swim. Whatever you guys are feeling, nature, okay, is here to sort of help you, bring you back into balance, and also the importance of grounding yourselves while you guys are in this liminal space. Okay, find the rest so that you guys can see this big picture. All right, I hope this reading, for me, it hasn't been confusing for me, but I hope that, the interruptions and sort of the duality in this reading hasn't been too confusing for you guys. Also, yesterday's reading, we ended on opening up your heart space, and so much has been going on in the world where, you know, and so many messages and a lot of readers are talking about how Gaia is screaming, you know, and how, if any of you please do listen to Chanel Bader, she's excellent. She's in Australia and talking about how, you know, Gaia is screaming right now with the wildfires. But then also, you know, there are other astrologers. I think it was also Pam Gregory who I listened to, who I really like. And Pam Gregory is talking about how if we all work on opening up our heart space, then we can also help heal Gaia. Okay, and that message is coming through loud and clear. So you guys, your ascension, you're moving forward, even though some of you might be experiencing some kind of funky ascension symptoms. I know I have been, but that this ascension is also going to help Gaia and help the collective. All right, so I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share, if and only if that's something that you like to do. And remember, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys soon.